No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
For the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Let's go.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Down the right sideline, and he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. Gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. On first and 10. It's ETN. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Travis Etienne with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Panthers have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Danny Gray with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to widen their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play, because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Pacheco gets it up the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, here's Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the... Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action with Jackson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Carolina! Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
Hey, middle.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Howell. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
In motion is Gray. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. That is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Returning it is Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer. Touchdown, Panthers! Rondale Moore, 54 yards. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Howell. That is caught, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing here, Howell. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Chargers. Isaiah Pacheco, 44 yards. And the Chargers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go. Set hot. 13. Set hot.
Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Jackson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Right shot. Go right here. Middle.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, good job shifting right, finding his target. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jackson. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Hey.
Throwing, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's 3rd and 10. They'll go play action. Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Now they go play action with Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
You change it. Go. 180. One shot.
One last shot for Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Los Angeles, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop